Okay. So what videos are your children currently watching?
So I have a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old, so they sort of watch a variety of different types of content. I mean, it tends to be anywhere from nursery rhymes,
Hmm.
which is like for the younger one. The older one likes to watch sort of longer episodes. He really likes Peppa Pig. He really likes Curious George. Um, so that we sort of tend to see a variety of like anywhere from like music and songs to actual like content, but it's all, I mean, pretty much all consumed on YouTube.
Okay. All right. So it's all consumed. So that was my next question. Where do
Yeah,
they watch most
yeah,
of
they
your
watch it
videos?
on. I mean, it's all on demand. It's all on YouTube.
Okay.
I mean, TV is practically non-existent in our house. I mean, we didn't have TV. We actually didn't own a TV for the first 3 years of my older son's life. So he actually is not even, he's not really very used to it.
Okay.
There's like one show he watches on Disney Junior, but it's just like off and on. I mean, the preference for both of them is to have either a phone or an iPad or tablet and sort of watch YouTube on it.
Okay. And what influences how your children consume content? Is it coming from them or is it coming from you?
So I think the initial prompts were from us. So we sort of introduced them to to a lot of the, like, for example, if I take the younger one, he's sort of quite recently figured out how to navigate the YouTube interface. But he knows what he likes and what he doesn't like.
Mhm.
He still needs us to sort of go in and type the basic stuff. So, if he likes wheels on the bus, I'm still going to go and need to get that up for him. But then once it's in, then then you have suggested videos, etc., and they know how to navigate through that. So it tends to be the prompt. I think the younger they are, the prompt sort of seems to come from the parents. For the older one, we still do monitor what he watches. So I mean, we know that the content for the couple of shows that he likes, like we're comfortable with. So he's so if I catch him watching something completely random, I'm usually going to stop it. But he watches it in front of us, so it's even though we're not sitting in front of the screen with him, we sort of know and hear in the background what he's watching.
Okay. And so, in line with that, so around the way they consume content, do
Yeah,
you have very strict controls around what they watch or how it, I mean, if they heard about something in school,
yeah.
would you necessarily be okay with them seeing it?
I mean, if I don't know anything about it, I would likely check it out first. Um, I think at least for our kids, they're still a bit young for that. I mean, the older one is he's not even 5,
Yeah.
so it's the school influence isn't coming in as much as yet. I expect that it's going to start picking up in a couple of years. But yes, I mean, if he does go on to something that I'm completely unaware of, then there's usually going to be like a pause, and we'll have to reason with him and say, look, this is not okay, but why don't you watch this instead?
Okay.
And I mean, we do restrict the amount of time they spend on which so essentially screen time is restricted to about 1 hour a day.
Okay.
And of course, they like love it and they wait for that time every evening.
Yeah.
But they know that this is the amount of time they have.
Okay. And in terms of the toys that you buy, or yeah, how do you actually decide what your children are gonna?
Yeah,
Does it come from a lot of the things that they're like? For instance, if they were watching Peppa Pig, would you necessarily buy everything? Or Thomas the Tank Engine, would you necessarily buy what they
yeah.
wanted, or is it quite a considered decision?
Yeah, no, I mean, so I think from when I think about what I've bought for the kids over the past few years, we usually sort of think quite a bit about it. So the types of things we can't control the gifts that they get, unfortunately, which I'd love to be able to control that if I could. But what I'm consciously bringing into the house is usually quite a well thought out decision. So if we want them to focus on sort of more building based toys, we'll sort of go out, and I tend to do a lot of research online to sort of understand what types of things build what type of skills. And so as a result of that, something like Lego, it's tried and tested. Both my husband and I grew up with it.
Hmm.
So I mean, I think not before my oldest son was even 1. So even before the actual recommended age for
Hmm.
Lego, he had the basic Lego bricks, and he used to love making, like, just stacking one on top of the other.
Yeah.
And now they both have a sort of a wide variety of building type toys, and that's something that we've we've encouraged quite a bit.
Okay. And yeah, actually, okay, that's about it. Yeah, you've answered all of the
Okay,
questions that I had.
cool.
Thank you so much.